Now, this is where I teach you or mentor you about dark matter. If you look at anything to do with nebulas or stars, you will see the integration and mating process of interdimensional species going off on different paths. A cat human. Fucking beautiful, by the way. That's just an example. But we're going into like 7 or 9 in 1 now. We're beyond that. From a cyclops worm to a human to a static gnome that stands a foot tall to his predecessor that's about 4 feet tall, to everything above and beyond what I'm talking about. Black matter is the frequency of emotion and spirit in which the pre-sperm is made on a social front meeting and finding a spiritual soul flame through the relationship is with Irving and this Nets organization right now. Well, I'll say this much right off the top. Anything Kyrie Irving was looking for a max extension this summer, and everyone helping them to find a source in which their essence is just showing that the Nets made the right can come to life in not extending Kyrie Irving. So he's now and to procreate. I can't imagine he's here beyond this season. We'll see whether or not he actually makes it through the season. You're going to play God and neuter a dog. Shame on you. Are you surprised there hasn't been? You're going to euthanize that dog when it doesn't have a home. You're fucked now. That there hasn't been some sort of official discipline, whether from the Nets or the NBA. If you go back a few years, you might recall that Myers Leonard, a center for the Miami Heat, made an anti-Semitic slur while playing an online game. Dogs know when there's a bad guy around. And he was suspended for, I believe, a week or so and fined by the league. What Kyrie Irving posted, while Kyrie Irving himself has not said now, picture that dog not being able to have a dream, far more troubling and far worse, or being able to quintessence. Said, in my estimation, so that the league has issued a broad statement about respect for all beliefs and blah blah blah. They didn't even name Kyrie Irving in their statement. Neither did the Players Union when they issued their statements. Neither did the Nets officially in their statement. A consequence will be paid. Did name Kyrie Irving when Cy made his own statement on Twitter. But yeah, I think a lot of people are pretty dismayed. You're going to be its kid. Kyrie Irving has just sort of been allowed, and you're going to hate it as a parent. Howard, we appreciate your time and your perspective. Thanks so much for this. You're going to learn to lead from the back of the pack now. You are now the bottom triangle. You are not flying ahead of anybody. Period. Or you have a choice to sloth and be a solitary animal. In Costa Rica, they put them together in a cage and they rip the hair out of each other and start biting their arms off. So from my family and I, we meant no harm to any one group, race, or religion of people, and wish to only be a beacon of truth and light. They only want to touch each other for mating. Right, after the break, can anyone stop Felix Auger-Aliassime, the Canadian looking to keep his winning streak rolling? Do you think that if you jerk off a horse because it's a prize-winning horse. Who the fuck are you to judge the other horses? When I make an island that's going to go on water, where you're not going to interfere on it, am I going to give them a way to jack off if they don't have hands? And so you don't get fucking grossed out by a bleeding dog or a horny one with a red rocket?
No sleep till repeat. We don't have too much time for a history lesson. Yes, we do.
You're gonna get the fuck out of my way. I'm not asking. You don't have to do anything. But if you continue to stop evolution, you will descend. Because where there's a door out of center Earth and they're happy to be out, I assure you there's going to be a door back down. 100%.
Yeah.
And you're going to get pulled apart.
Love you.
Switch your insurance to Bel Air Direct and save. It's that simple.
Okay. Donald Trump female said, "Call again."
Almost there.
Miley Cyrus vampire wants to suck my blood. Call aging. The Rothschilds drink a deer. Britney Spears is a slave. I've been asked to eat meat a couple times, and I'll do as I'm asked. But I don't like to. But I do. Sometimes when I don't know the reason why, but I have to understand that I don't know everything. And I've asked for help, and this is how I'm receiving it. I would rather be asked and manipulated than to help it. Donald Trump is a cum dumpster. Call aging. This guy needs collagen. When she was naked, with a remarkable body, but I hate the personality so much I wouldn't pity fuck it. Collagen, eat a heart. The best part. I don't want the brain. I like feelings. Thanks for the tip, Trump. Now, bye. I'll see you again. Next time your boobs are going to be cut off. I promise. But I got the pyramid of 3 focal points, knowing what call again means. In China, they will take a fetus and they'll crush it up and to put it into a pill and sell it across seas as a vegan substitute. Do you know what vegan food is? It's dead baby fetuses from China. That's sold here as vegan food. Dead babies. I am not joking. If you think I've been talking about a neutered dog the whole time, you eat human. And you have for a long fucking time. I don't eat vegan food. I don't eat something unless I'm told it's okay to eat.
Boston's 4-2 this season under interim head coach Joe
You have mad cow disease.
10.3 seconds left. Boston down 2. Inbounding.
I'm going to fucking kill you for your criminal acts.
Jason Tatum with a
I am going to turn into a guy with a head of a chainsaw and cut your soul in half. Call me Chainsaw Head. Okay? You'll be lucky if you're my neutered dog. Lucky. Give me a reason to sing. You're going to be very sorry. You're going to fall through every pyramid like fucking Plinko until you are bled out of everything that made you you.
Jazz visiting the Mavs. First quarter, Luka Doncic.
A little knowledge for everything. That's all you are to me.
Perfect spot for
If you ever heard of aliens harvesting humans,
pulls up for 3 points.
Hey.
Foul. He's scored at least 30 points in each and every game this season. Still in the queue.
I don't want to be the head of a band. I want to wear a V for Vendetta mask and accent and hum to all the other artists.
Two of his game high 33. He's averaging just over 36 points up to 17 to start the season in Dallas. Wins it by 3.
There's a guy named Jim Sofra in Abbotsford. He lives on Campbell Street.
The season is tied for the
When I graduated,
start of the season. Joining a list.
he lent me his 1947 Chevy. It was 3 on the tree. Very cool guy. When I watched people go into the pizza store shop and murder the owners, I wanted to go make sure Jim Sofra was okay. Okay? Jim Sofra was not Jim Sofra. Jim Sofra is a fat man with craters all over his face. Now Jim Sofra is, you know those Westafarian people I talked to you about?
Hawks and Knicks, second quarter, Atlanta down 14. DeJounte Murray. strips
Kind of like that.
wide open runway for the flush.
But now he's really short.
Half points later.
He's got long white hair, very thin,
See ya, RJ
but the same voice.
Drains the step back triple slick move from Trey. Third quarter, Young defending Julius Randle. But this hurts. Have you been poked in the eye?
Yes.
Atrocious. Anytime I see this in the NBA, I'm pained physically. I
Um,
believe the game he did return. Late in
there
the
was a
third
cop,
quarter,
one in Abbotsford, that was had a hooker in his backseat. There was a really bad one in Burnaby,
Fourth quarter, Young
a drug dealer one.
kicks it out to Murray for 3.
Um,
Murray with a career high 36.
when I was going to camp in the Banished Lands,
23 didn't matter. They clawed
the police that pulled me over for walking by myself on both ways,
All right, we have more
I got hassled by police the both ways trying to get to Squamish. Like I wasn't allowed to go there. It was fucking hilarious. Do you think they knew that their voices were changing as they were talking to me?
Good times are at Montana's. Everyone's getting together for our steak event.
Do you think they know?
For 8 hours and flame.
Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about
Seasonal steak special.
what you need to realize about what's going on.
They really do have
You're going to look up a hieroglyphic of a cow. People may have once thought cows were dangerous or a bad spirit because they had a horn like a bull.
You too, Ginger?
A good guy was killed.
Love this.
when a two kingdom divide was offered, when they would pull spirits down into a pyramid. But it was just jealousy.
Cute. But you're still getting a bath.
The cow, the centaur. The centaur spirit has the ability by itself to hold a spear
Okay, Fitbit.
and use a galaxy as a shield. It's so big.
Almost there.
Be a man bull.
Got it. Listen
And
to
they
your body,
twin.
Feel your power. Fitbit by Google.
It's called the pair of dime spirit. You're also going to want to know about the lobster. And important for you is to look up the man with a snake tail with horns and the satanic pitchfork.
So you can get your Van Dyke. Maybe your mustache hair. That suits you better.
Man was given a chance to live without religion.
Always a way to make life better. Phillips.
And this is what man did.
All that's left is work hard. It's time to play again.
He turned into that.
GameWithBodog.net. Free casino games, poker tips, and sports odds. Make a play.
And you bleed cows.
Want to celebrate having no card?
Have you ever walked through, what's that area in Vancouver? The really hoity-toity area with all the bird statues.
ATX tires.
Can't remember. But if you ever, or have you ever looked at the look at all the sewer drain covers in Japan. Like coins. Humor me. Do the same thing in Vancouver. And it talks about raising cows underground to bleed them. In the end of times. By the bad guys. Did I tell you to look at Japan's manhole covers? Japan also has got, we'll call it a water reservoir, a sub-city, as big as the city but taller underground. It can hold 300 bazillion gallons of water in case of a flood. Well, Vancouver can float. And you're going to get more water than that.
Combined no-hitter. No, he didn't say combined no-hitter. He didn't say combined no-hitter. But a cool little wrinkle in, of course, a game of such magnitude. You never see moments like this in games like this. So combined or not, I thought it was pretty gangster that Houston Anderson did.
It's not going to.
Fan is kind of like meh on a combined no-hitter. How do you think Phillies fans felt having to witness that? Just pain. All right, let's hear more from the very.
You're working too slow.
No hitters are
Momo.
season baseball, but certainly so is one that involves more than one pitcher. It's the third time in history, first time they've used more than just the starting pitcher.
This has been really fun.
It was Christian Javier. Devin Travis, he was sensational with a fastball that didn't look like it was high velocity. Explain why he was so good.
You think that was the hitter's dream tonight? 93 to 95. Looks very, very straight on.
Anyways,
And then post game, you got.
I'm just waiting for other thoughts to come floating in. Oh, I love this too, babe. Babe, I love this. Currency, if it exists, is going to be only copper coins or wooden nickels. At the rate you're going, it's going to go from gold to copper to wood to none. I'm not going anywhere. I don't have a tail. Ask frequency. I'm tiny, they say. I'm just a little guy.
He did a similar thing against the
the Yankees in the championship series, you've got a good fastball. Hitters tell you a lot.
Tails, okay, they're reptilian species. They once had a tail, and now they don't. They've evolved.
It'll be tough to have to remember 4 pitchers who combined on
You have grown one.
Hitter, but we'll get to work on that as we get set for game number 5 Thursday night. Verlander.
I have a chainsaw head.
Noah Syndergaard for Philadelphia. We'll see at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific.
I'm going to join up with, what's that fucking cool that mouse fucking music guy. Oh, if you ever listen to music, how it's like, but it actually makes a song. Like it's actually singing. Like the beat singing. Like if you listen to that mouse guy or Marshmallow or any of those music, the robotic music. Like some people, whoop, whoop. I love that guy. Some people can sing with the guitar. Frequency itself can sing. I'm going to evolve a bit bigger than what I am into my friend Mouse species. He doesn't have a tail. I'm going to show up with a chainsaw fucking head. And blind. And when I was a kid, it used to piss my sister off. I would say things like, what would you do if a giant snake came out of the bushes and just bit off your head? She used to hate that. Or I would stand there and I'd be like, wind up my arm. And she would wind my arm. And I'll be like, okay. And then I would walk. But then I would slow down and I would stop walking. And then she would have to wind me up again. If she didn't do this, I'd get mad and I would be an abusive brother when I was a kid. I would act like a kid. I just wanted to get wound up, like playing lava, but I didn't have a big brother to play it with. And her friends called me Dick Skin. I just wanted to be a wind-up toy. Same as jumping on carpet and pretending the ground is lava. Same game. I was a dick as a kid. A kid will push his brother or sister over for no reason when nobody's around. They will have fits. I am a big kid. I haven't changed at all. But now I have a purpose to do it. I've purposed it. I'm going to have pincher hands and 2 tails that are both conscious, like the Scorpion King, and bare legs. The big claws, or no, back when I was using suits and trying to make my own spirit animal, I had, I think, wolf legs, a bare body, 2 tails, both conscious, with 2 snakes coming off. This was the one I created. I created a whole bunch of them. I really like using the when I was figuring out how to V the birds, when I was figuring that out, I would like to V them all into the blue heron. Very ancient bird to me. That just watches. So then I made one, it was kind of with Thoth, but I had that bird as a head. And 2 tails, and the thing is just and wings. It's a fucking menace. I made a whole bunch of these very, very, I call them Ack. Ack! Ah! Ah! And you know what I did with them? I gave them away. I'm not joking. The pathway is there. They've got arms now. everyone is made for either quintessence or murdering it. If you think the Illuminati are bad, oh man, let's get one of those happy teenagers out here with a whole bunch of information and with a go-get-em attitude to bang the bell until I come from hell. I didn't die on a cross.
Finishing with the left. Show me after more from Morant. This time, little step back, knocks down the jumper, giving Memphis a 10-point lead. Second,
You are going to fear God.
behind the back with the floater to finish.
It's just watching every time.
He's so hypnotizing. 2 warmers, 20 points in the game. Third quarter, Morant doing it on D. Coming up with the steal. Finds Brandon.
If you think the Amora or Reptilian or a Gandalf on the Vatican or that movie Cat's Eye or Crinkle Claws with deer legs or they're the Illuminati's god of a fucking deer man Satan is bad.
After the break, the Washington
Holy
Commanders
fuck.
will be up for sale. We'll have the details and check in with our NFL betting insider, Jason Lockenfora.
I don't play competitive sports at all because there's a chance I might lose.
Or something your eyes just can't believe. In Korean, that
I don't do
is
them.
wa. And it's like
The only card game I've ever played that I enjoyed is called Six Pennies. The object of that game is to get rid of them as fast as you can to win.
nobody does wa like we do. Because wa is all we do.
And you've got too many pennies.
'Tis the season for families to dine at Swiss Chalet and enjoy the festive special. Our famous rotisserie chicken, cranberry.
I feel bad for everything bad I've ever done in my life, but it's all seemed to have a purpose till now. And now I've just given it away like for free.
Some names leave you guessing.
And then I receive gifts every day.
By analyzing data from billions of emails to offer suggestions for how to improve engagement and revenue.
What's the best thing you've ever done in your life? Balanced to the worst thing you've ever done. What's that scale look like? Don't worry about it. We've got it from here. Okay? Just when I said to do as much stuff as you could before you burn yourself in the ass, just relax. Just chill, bro.
When it feels like all that's left is work
Okay.
hard, it's time to play again.
As much as I've set my own consciousness straight
Next favorite game with both.
and corrected my morals and all that stuff,
Sports odds.
I've also had everybody else taking turns doing it. Everybody's shaped it to their own moral code as well. That's what blessed means. Mentors.
Performance of the night brought to you by Mobile One. Minus 40 degrees, just another day at the beach for your engine with Mobile One extended performance full synthetic motor.
If I'm put in a bad mood, I know it's coming for a reason. And I know it won't last long. It's like a snap of lightning. Blue, the elder teenager, shoots lightning from above.
The Washington Commanders will soon be up for sale. Owner Dan Snyder says the team has hired Bank of America Securities to consider potential transactions. When asked if that included selling all or part of the team, the Commanders.
And now he's got a fucking army.
U.S. Congress continues to investigate Snyder for the workplace culture created.
A fucking army.
The NFL is also investigating Snyder for a second time, stemming from an allegation of sexual misconduct. The first investigation resulted in a $10 million fine.
If you know what happens to all the spirits in a black hole getting compressed into one fucking spirit.
Visiting the Texans. Let's check out some of the lines with Ken and Jason. Odds powered by Bet Rivers.
and having a moral compass of everybody from a failed civilization. There's Earths that are more technology advanced with humans on them than ours, that pray to God. Their God is a consciousness of a planet that was more technology advanced before them, that did not have a God, and raped all the resources on the planet and killed it before it was dead. And then after a black hole happened and it turned into one consciousness, what do you think it did with a moral dilemma? How many times has this happened already? What do you think his kids like? All of them. These aren't elementals, these are sentinels. And they're my best fucking friends.
Alright, let's move on to the Chargers. They're coming off a bye week in Atlanta. Big total on the board for this one. You thinking shootout?
I'm thinking shootout. These teams.
Why do you have a mouth, bro, if you don't talk?
A lot of late scoring in games that involve the Chargers and the Falcons. Defenses stink.
We breathe air. Some plants breathe CO2. Some things breathe spirit.
The Chargers allow 5.7 per carry on the ground to an Atlanta team that's top 5 rushing. The over 10-5